Hey, it's Enrico Pallazzo.
Utah, give me 2.
Pallazzo.
Utah, give me 2.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Pallazzo Podcast 2Ls Tuesdays. Mike Britton and Mike coming at you live on a Wednesday night. We're doing Wednesdays now. Get used to it. Deal with it. Grow up and move on, because Wednesday nights are now a part of your life in the Pallazzo realm. We're doing fantasy baseball prep session number 4. Today we're focusing on Two Little Mice player battles. That's right.
Two little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
There we go. That's our new little video thing there.
Now,
intro.
wait a minute. Can somebody explain to me why, if you're a little mouse and you're in a bucket of cream, you're all of a sudden belligerent? I mean, aren't you just like, oh my God, I'm in a bucket of cream. I've like died and gone to heaven. So I'm just swimming around in the cream. Like, what's the conflict here? I don't get it. Hey, it's not like there's not plenty of cream to go around. We're in a bucket. I don't get it.
I heard mice are allergic to cream. That's what I was told.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, no, maybe I'm thinking of cats. Yeah, cats love the cream.
Hey, Willie,
Okay.
where's the cat?
Cats.
Mike,
Cats
did you ever see Alf?
Cats drink the cream. I know, like, or milk.
Hey, Willie.
Another T-shirt idea is cats love the cream.
Cats love the cream.
Hey, that's
They
like that
sure
rap
do.
song from Bizages.
Great job.
Or a Method Man.
Yeah.
Or
M-E-T-H-O-D, man.
There you go.
Well, here we are. It's Wednesday. We're ready to rock. Mike, you excited?
I am. We just talked a little bit before the show, before air. I got a little crazy on the show doc today, so a lot to get into, guys. I got a lot of juicy player battles for you guys, so something to look forward to.
Hey, before we get into all that, I have to hear about Michael Govier's MILF draft. Who went number 1? And if it's not Tiffany Amber Thiessen, the draft is void.
Yeah. Oh, man. Ladies' Man, most people haven't seen that movie. She's looking real good in Ladies' Man. She's fully matured in Ladies' Man. I am a big Tiffany Amber Thiessen fan. I hope she's doing well.
Kelly Kapowski? Heck yeah.
Kelly Kapowski, the 90s dream girl. Yeah, the Glarf draft was a lot of fun. Glarf, Great Lakes area, Roto, Fantasy, and it's part of Earth. There's 10 different leagues, regional, all broken down. Sam did his WRF live draft, which you can catch on this channel anytime you want. YouTube exclusive, not on the podcast feed, because sometimes doing a draft board live just doesn't translate like it does to audio. So check that out. I felt pretty good about it. My first draft of the year. Glarf is usually my first draft of every season.
Great job.
I had a good time doing it. Dave McDonald and Jake Hallisker and Sarah Sanchez and Jenny Butler and Lauren Auerbach and Eric Halterman. Everybody. Just so many people there. Mike Carter, the master of the bullpen. We got a great crew in Glarf, and it was a good time had by all. Thanks to Lucas. Shout out to Lucas Bieri, who did the setting up of the Airbnb in Indianapolis. I've never been.
That sounds like a great group. That's like Arizona Fall League, I guess.
Yes.
Midwest.
It is. You're
All
right.
Can you show us your draft board real quick? I don't know if you. I know
Oh,
you
sure.
got
Yeah.
things going on. I want to see how this unfolded. So it was a 5x5 NFBC Roto. Does that mean 2 catchers?
Yep. You know it.
No
Robbie's favorite.
fab. Or
Fab.
is it a fab league?
Fab. It is a fab league.
So
yeah.
30 rounds and then fat and then snake and then fab.
That's correct. You nailed it.
All right.
Look
So
at
tell
this
us.
guy.
Break
Here
it down.
is in all its glory.
Look at
Who'd you
Govier
take first?
sharing the screen.
Look at that.
Number 10. Let me zoom it in here. You can take a look at my team a little bit more. So number 10 spot started off with Mike's boy, Gunnar Henderson, which is a tribute to my main event team. I bitched about it a lot, how Gunnar Henderson and Mookie Betts screwed me last year, and I'm looking to bounce back. We talked last week's show, Mike, about don't let emotions, from the years past deflect you. I feel like Gunnar Henderson's going to bounce back in a big way, and I know that some people think it's a reach because there was Paul Skeens, Garrett Crochet over here. Didn't take those guys. Might regret that. Kyle Tucker. So
I would have taken Gunnar over Tucker. I may have taken Tatis there, but I like the Gunnar Henderson pick for sure.
yeah, what do you think?
4
Britton?
straight pitchers.
Yeah, look at that. That's unusual for me. That's weird, but I felt the groove, and I took a closer. Really, my second pick, Edwin Diaz, closer.
Jacob Marcy. Love that.
There you go.
Love that too.
O'Neal Cruz looking good this preseason. That Steve Weimer who is a big successful NFBC player this preseason, has been on O'Neill Cruz.
Oh, good.
So that appears to be working out. And I read a report where in the offseason, O'Neill Cruz hired some trainers, lefty bat specialists. So if that does anything.
He needs all the help he can get.
Hey, Michael Govier, I heard on Friends with Benefits with Dr. Dave and Justin Mason. Oh, also shout out Sleeper in the Bus for winning that best podcast award. Congrats to those guys great group of dudes, great podcast. But he said that you sniped him on Mackenzie Gore. Did he tell you?
I sniped him on Corey Seager big time. He was pissed about that. And I got Gore. Matty Davis was going crazy for me. He kept rooting for me and like telling me to focus in on every pick. It was a lot of fun. Matty really inspired me to do my best. Shout out to Matty Davis, who is a 2-time winner of this league. So
love the Max Meyer pick. Your boy Spencer Horowitz.
Yeah, Slade Ciccone, of course.
Slade, do it. You can't do the show without doing it.
Alexis Diaz. I put my money where my mouth is. I took him right here.
Brady House. Do I see that too?
Yeah, Brady House. And then
scroll up a little bit because our pictures are in the way. Videos.
Here, let me zoom out and you can see this better.
Is that Brain Bellow?
Yes. Yeah, you know it, Brain Bellow.
We can't wait to talk about Brain Bellow.
Yeah,
Edward Julian.
There it is. You knew it. This is a Govier textbook draft. When you're not prepared, you go with your guys, and that's exactly what I did.
Coors.
So there you go, and that closes it out with the password just for the hell of it. So why not? So there it is.
Nice job.
We'll see what happens. I have no idea what's going to happen.
Great job.
So, all right, that's Glarf. Let's get into our business time section so we can get rolling here on the fantasy baseball prep session number 4. Put in the quarter. When's the last time you guys used a laundromat?
Years. I would say within 10 years though. I was in Florida.
College? Yeah.
Florida laundromat sounds sexy. Yeah.
Well, because I was staying in a hotel and I needed something washed, and I found one.
I bet you did, Panama Red.
That's right. Do you have that bit?
Oh, that's in here. I'll get that going. Why don't you get us rolling, Mike? What's going on? What do we need to know?
So real quick, if you guys see here at the bottom, the little ticker on the little yellow line, little yellow bar here, right? Good way to support the show if you are able, only if you're able and would like to. Take advantage of the super chats. We had somebody tip us $1.99 yesterday, which we were forever grateful. Anything helps cover the costs of doing shows like this and providing content and stuff like that. So if you guys are interested, please feel free to leave a tip. Never expected, always appreciated. We would greatly appreciate it. Thank you. And then all the new YouTube subs, welcome. Thank you guys for joining and subscribing.
Oh, I got received. Well, in the last 28 days, we're plus 34, which is a nice little bump. It's also that time of year. You know, people are so psyched for their drafts, and people are getting rock hard for fantasy baseball. This is the peak of the whole season right now. We are in it. So I'd like to give a shout out to Mike Wish, a recent subscriber. Welcome, Mike Wish. Hey, Michael Duddy. Welcome, Michael Duddy. And we got FLC Bobcat 7 in the house. Ooh. These are all new subs, and Brian Dean also joined on February 24th, which is yesterday. Welcome to the party, pal.
Thanks, people.
Yeah, so welcome. Thank you guys for joining. And we have the jersey giveaway again on Bozo Fest, which is our pre-opening day show. So more details on that to come. We'll have a lot of great analysts in the space come on and join us, talk baseball, get you ready for opening day.
1 month to the day right now.
I'm so pumped. But yeah, if you guys aren't in tune with it, go to my Twitter page. You can enter to win a free jersey. I'll spin the wheel randomly. We'll do it live on air. Whoever wins gets the jersey, and I will ship it to your house for free.
I bet you would, Panama Red.
Thank you for doing that. But yeah, all right. What other stuff we got in here, Gove?
I'm working really hard on my ADP blackout rankings on the Patreon. Mm-hmm. I got one position left, starting pitching. I've done every position. I've tried to avoid ADP like the plague. I'm really proud of myself, and it's all detailed in tiers. And each tier is a tribute to a previous player from the past. So in the outfielder's position, for example, it starts with like Willie Mays. Tier 2 is Darryl Strawberry. Tier 3 is Ellis Burks. I try to keep it realistic to that tier. I'm not just doing Willie Mays, Hank Aaron, all the best players of all time. It's got to fit the tier. So check that out over on the Pallazzo Patreon. Who else?
Utah.
2Z.
Give me 2.
Hey, quick question. When you say blackout, do you mean like your girlfriend dumped you for a guy that she works with? So on your way home from work, you buy a box of Pinot Grigio.
SoCo.
You drink it by yourself in the dark, like that kind of blackout?
Oh,
SoCo.
No clue. Just no clue, Britton. Completely clueless. First time drunk, as we used to say when I was younger. When somebody got too blown out or belligerent, someone's a first time drunk. Here it is. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
You always remember your first or
yeah.
not.
You don't. Yeah.
Great job.
That's hilarious. Yeah, so that's exactly what I'm talking about. Anything else here on the business time, gents?
No, I think that's it. Make sure you guys get into the Discord. If you guys are, it's open 24/7. You can get in there. Lots of great channels in there to help you out with your drafts during the in season as well. Make sure you guys get in there. And then this Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern, gentlemen, I will be doing a Fantasy Friends Friday. You gentlemen are always welcome. But the Triple Play Pod guys, open invite. Yeah. So we'll have Dave, we'll have Art and Eric and maybe Marty on. We'll be talking and getting their takes on sleepers, busts, targets, and so much more, and taking your questions. So join us Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Don't miss it. Lucky Lights. Oh, it's bubblegum.
This is
that's old school.
Yeah, it is, Britton. You know what I'm talking about.
I love
Lucky
Lucky
cut it
Lights.
out before Mike came along. The candy cigarette lives. I've got a pack right here, folks. Lucky Lights. Look at that.
You remember they used to have Big League Chew, which is the shredded tobacco, except it was shredded bubble gum. Yeah.
Yep.
So good. To this day, it's delicious. I love Big League Chew still.
Great.
And they got a lot of flavors now.
Yeah.
But I found this. We went down to Glarf. There's a place in Indiana called Uranus Chocolate Fudge Shop. Uranus. And there's like 4 billboards within the exit. Kind of reminded me of when I went down to Myrtle Beach, and there's this endless billboards for this same place, like 30 miles. It's like some bozo place I didn't go to down there. But if you've ever been down that way, you know what I'm talking about. Uranus Fudge Shop is so funny. We had to stop off. Me and Leanne had to stop off. And their fudge is actually really good, too. So there you go.
I bet it is Panama Red.
I'm shocked. Did you talk to them about a sponsorship? Because I mean, obviously, we're a perfect fit for their.
Of course, I did. I tried.
I bet you would, Panama.
But they're
Red.
raking in the cash. They don't need us.
They don't
I
need
told them
us.
we'd love to support them, but it was so funny. So many T-shirts, and the fudge is actually good. If you're ever in Indiana, check out Uranus Fudge Shop. I'll leave it there. All right. Also, League 5. League 5 of the Pallazzo Podcast Invitational is filling. We filled 4 leagues. League 4 is currently drafting. So if you're in that draft right now, give us a shout out. Let us know which round you're in and who you're drafting. We'd love to get a check-in on that. But I will be in League 5. So if you want to join, hit me up. The link is in the description. It's at the top of the Twitter bio. It's everywhere. It's $50. No in-season management. 50 rounds of draft and hold slow drafts. So you don't have to be there for a set draft. It takes about 7 to 10 days. Okay?
Set up your queue, big dog.
Set up your queue. That's right.
Yeah, cute. All right, let's get into leading off.
Good. Our first catch
First catch of the day. Well, guys, I want to run through some quick news and notes here. But in case you guys were living under a rock, Connor Griffin took the world by storm, blew up Twitter with his 2 out of the ballpark home runs against Ranger Suarez being one of them. So a legit big leaguer. It's spring training, guys. Everyone's, no matter what we say, no matter how many times we say it every year, people love the hype. So we talked about it a couple days ago in terms of him starting the year, but wanted to get your guys' quick take on this. Even if he has a phenomenal spring, keeps us up. No way he starts the year with Pittsburgh. Nope. Okay.
I'll go first. Look, he's obviously talented. Juan Soto was 19 when he got called up. There is some precedent. I don't know if he's the next Juan Soto, but it's not the talent is the issue. Like Harold Reynolds on MLB Central today said, look, I've been around the game a long time and I've seen a lot of things. And he said that's a big league superstar right there. So no one's arguing about the talent. I'm just
sure
the Pittsburgh Pirates have a long history of suppressing player time in order to keep their stars down. They did it to Skeens. They did it to Bubba Chandler. Maybe they've changed their tune, but I would just argue that the goal of the Pittsburgh Pirates isn't to make their best team. Like,
right.
Now that sounds crazy, but it's not. Their goal is to make the most amount of money they can make possible. And their biggest expense, if you look through any Major League Baseball team, the biggest line item expense that cuts into revenue, bottom line, what they take home, is player salaries. And the best way to keep your superstars for that extra year of control is to, keep them down until whatever their numbers dig out. So Is that pessimistic? Yes. But they have a history of doing that. I'm sorry. If it were up to me, Britton Allan, I would say he's up on opening day. Good luck. It's great. It's fun. But that's just my
fair point.
That's just my take on the situation. Michael Govier, what do you think?
I don't like to ride the hype train, and this hype train's out of control. It's preseason. It's spring training and
nice pull.
No. Yeah, thank you. Heater. This is a Jim Leland tribute, by the way, right here. Leland pounding a heater in the dugout. But this is just, we were talking about this at Glarf over the weekend. There's nothing like if all three of us were sitting together right now at an actual table, laughing, drinking, doing whatever, we would be like, this hype is out of control, man. It is. It's out of control right now. So enjoy it. Pass the time as you must during spring training. I get it. But you're not sucking me in on any bullshit. This guy's obviously a top prospect. But, Ben and Robbie from the Prospects Power Hour, shout out to those wonderful men who do the show every Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time. They were talking about how the groupthink is really out of control more than ever this year when it comes to prospect rankings. And it doesn't have a lot to do with Connor Griffin because he's a stud, but just something to keep an eye out for.
Yep. Agreed. Well, very good points, guys.
And Joe makes a great point in the chat. The only way Connor starts opening day is if he signs a contract. And I guarantee you, that the agent and the front office is saying, hey, we'll start him opening day. Here's the contract, whoop. And it's going to be 100% under market value.
1.5 million, like Jose Urquidy.
Yeah, exactly.
Great job.
Next thing, Carlos Estevez, velo down 3 miles per hour. How much stock are we putting into this, Govier?
Velos can be up and down for a lot of reasons. Sometimes they're indicative of an issue, but I think it's more of looking at last year and seeing if a guy had an injury, like Logan Henderson, who was on the IL last year. There was another pitcher I was looking at yesterday. I remembered, he was on the IL, and I was looking at drafting him, and I was afraid that he might. Blake Snell. Blake Snell's had some issues, and that, is he hurt because of last year as well? That's what I look at more than velo. It's something to keep an eye on, of course. But Estevez won me over the last couple of years, and I respect him more than I did 3 years ago.
Britton, what say you? How much stock you putting into this? Worried?
None.
Not worried?
It's the first week of spring training. He's a veteran. No worries whatsoever. He's not hurt. Yeah, he's not hurt. No worries whatsoever. So, also, our good friend Kevin Hastings. Shout out Kevin, pitcher list.
Great show. Just cracked 1,000 watches. Nice job on that auction draft show.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, Kevin was awesome. It was a lot of fun. Thank you, Bubba and the Bloom, for letting us live stream that bad boy. But but Kevin said he's the closer, barring injury. He's like, I don't care what happens, all this noise. He's like, he's a big Kansas City Royals fan. So, long story short, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm with you guys on that too. This is probably my least favorite thing of spring training is when people talk about velos, especially in the first week. And I think it was Eric Cross who brought up, somebody, I can't remember who it was saying the exact same thing, was these guys don't go out and air it out. Yes, you want to get your arm conditioned to throw in the upper 90s, but a lot of the times guys are just working on pitches and mixes and sequencing and location. Velo is one of the last things that come, and you want to build your way up to that. I don't know anybody that's coming out of the gate that wants to throw 105 their very first pitch of spring training.
Like, I don't want Carlos Estevez trying to throw 97 in a bullpen,
exactly.
A month from the season. Like, don't do that.
Exactly. So I'm not worried about this whatsoever. Might be something to do if you're playing some deep release, take a kind of handcuff him with Lucas Urseg if you're worried about it. But just something to keep your eye on. Roki Sasaki today, guys. 3 hits, 3 runs, and a walk. Had 2 strikeouts. He's kind of in no man's land here with the Dodgers. What are we doing with him? Is he cracked the rotation? Is he a bullpen guy? Does he start in the minors?
He's a rotation guy. Matty Davis, huge Dodgers fan. He was giving us all the Dodgers scoops over the weekend at Glarf.
Okay.
He was wearing his beautiful Dodgers jersey, by the way. He's got a gorgeous Jackie Robinson jersey, too. He wasn't wearing that one. He wore that one in Vegas when I saw him a couple years back. But they want Roki in the rotation. It's a 6-man rotation, and that's just how it is. And there will be phantom IL stints for other guys who are healthy in that rotation.
Yeah. What do you think?
I
Britton?
watched his start today, and preseason, he didn't look good. And now he's got a 98-mile-per-hour fastball, but that's it. His other stuff is garbage, and that can play in the Japan or, KBO or whatever. You can strike dudes out doing 98, but not in the big leagues, not even in preseason. So I don't know what they're going to do with Roki. He's been working on this new slider cutter sweeper thing like all postseason. It's just he's still working on it. I don't know. But I do know that he's got 3 options, and I think they even signed him to a minor league contract, so they can move him up, down, all around as much as they want. Their baseball of operations president said if Snell is not ready for opening day, then the guy named check this out, Justin Wroblewski is in line to make starts for the Dodgers if Roki can't get his stuff together and if Snell doesn't make it. But keep your eye on Gavin Stone. Y'all remember Gavin Stone?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He was out all last season with surgery, but in 2024 he made 20-something starts, a 3.53 average, won 11 games. Gavin Stone is in the mix, so I would just keep an eye on it. But
I'm out on Roki this year for redraft. Dynasty's a completely different story, but this year I'm not drafting him again.
Yeah, I'm with you. Actually, I have a auto new slow draft. It's not that one. It's a different one that I'm with Sarah Sanchez. And at the very last minute, she outbid me on Roki Sasaki for the Dodgers. And at the time, I was like, ah. And then I saw this start today, and I'm like, woo!
That's right.
I was like,
you lucky man.
Yeah, that turns sometimes.
Bet you would, Pam, Red.
That's right.
It's like,
Give me back my son!
Yeah, give me back my Sasaki. Trey Savage, Britton. Not sure if you saw this. Innings limit looks like it's coming from him, a strict one at that, quote unquote. Maybe he gets to 150, 160 innings. I'm not sure. I think his total last year was 139 and a third, and I think that was the highest he's been in between the minors and the majors. So any thoughts there, Britton? Does this knock him down your draft board in any drafts that you have left?
I'm sorry, I missed it. Who was the name?
Trey Savage.
Oh, yes. No, I saw that too, and that makes perfect sense. I'm glad this is happening because of the deep, they went to the World Series. They relied on Trey Savage for the Blue Jays was their ace for the playoffs. All right. He came through. He struck out 15 dudes. I mean, he was awesome. So, yes, please take it easy. He's a young arm that, never had that workload before, especially postseason, which, just ended, 4 months ago. So, yeah, bring him along slowly. And if he needs a day off, let him have a day off. Look at his ADP. I mean, it's 170. Yeah, I mean, no big deal.
Blackout.
Yeah. So, look, he's not being drafted as a top 15, top 20 starter, but I bet inning per innings basis start, he's going to be super valuable. So I'm glad they're doing it. Yeah, it's a long season. Take it easy with Trey Savage. I think he's that talented.
What do you think?
He had 98 plus 14, so 112 innings regular season, and then the innings on top in the playoffs. I look at Blue Jays are a textbook example this year of the team that has a lot of pitchers. They signed Dylan Cease. They traded for Shane Bieber at the deadline last year. He's got issues now. They brought in Cody Ponce from the KBO.
He looks good.
There's a shitload of arms they have, is my point. And they are, to me, that example of a team that has so many arms. How is it all going to play out? Someone's going to get hurt. Someone's definitely going to have an elbow injury. Someone's going to get TJ. We've already seen the Braves have pitchers drop like flies. So where will it work for this man? I love you, Savage, but I could see this being not the – if he cracks 100 innings this year, that'll be nice. But anything more than that, I'd be surprised. I really would.
I think they had him tabbed for 150 to 160 innings. I think that's where they want him to land at. So
we'll see.
Even then, if he gets to that, I think that'd be. I don't think that waters him down too much. Like Britton said, he's not being drafted as a top 15 SP. So just something to keep an eye on. Trevor Rogers, guys, my boy, threw 3 scoreless, 1 hit, 3 Ks. He's looking like a draft day bargain if he can keep it up. Into the regular season. If you guys remember, he had under a 2 ERA last year for the Baltimore Orioles. I drafted him on starting. Yeah, I waited on starting pitcher and got him as one of my. I think I have him in 2 out of my 3 leagues. Trevor Rogers. And I think if anything, not a big strikeout guy, but I think if anything, he can control your ratios there. Is Trevor Rogers getting the draft day helium for you guys, or you think he's somebody that is probably priced accurately with where he's going right now?
Flash in a pan, not interested.
Bro, okay. Wow, dude.
Yeah,
Wow, dude.
If you were able to catch our show, our last one, where our must draft show, Trevor Rogers was or at least my must draft.
Must draft. You damn right.
Yeah, he looked good. He looked so good last year, and now he's back to his awesome ace ways. Great value, great situation with Baltimore. Trevor Rogers, he's the pitcher that came over on the deal that everybody was like, oh, you got hosed with Miami or whatever. But Trevor Rogers looked really good last year and ended the season well, and he looks really good. Spring training, asterisk. Yes, it's spring training, but it's better than not looking good, aka Roki. So, Trevor Rogers is a target for every single driver.
He's
a target for mine for sure. I'm gonna keep.
You're in. That's dangerous, man.
You can get Trevor Rogers.
Oh boy,
you can get Trevor Rogers in round 13. You can get Trey Savage in round 14. Those are 2 ace level, great high upside pitchers. If you get like Crochet or Skeens or one of those guys in the first round, wait a little bit later. Take Gavin Williams 12. Rogers 13 and you Savage 14, and you're going to be just fine.
Great job.
Do the must draft thing one more time.
And Kate Horton 15.
So you better run a check.
Oh, we need to run a check on ourselves here, Britton. We might indeed wreck ourselves.
Yeah.
Bretton Doyle was scratched today with left wrist inflammation, probably just bumps and bruises for spring training. Merrill Kelly not ready for opening day. Concerned. He's got back issues, but no structural issues.
He's 37. He's old.
Yeah. I'm not really big on Merrill Kelly this year. I mean, the guy's pretty reliable in terms of innings and giving you some decent starts, but he doesn't really do anything that well. Probably a guy to target in your back end of your drafts. Lindor returns to activities in 2 to 3 days. High impact. Go ahead.
Can I say something about Merrill Kelly real quick?
Yeah.
I want to give him a shout out. I didn't realize this until recently, but he played the cameraman in the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray. He was awesome, hilarious, brought humanity to the role. Really a good offset with the love story going on in that movie. Congratulations, Merrill Kelly. You're awesome.
Chris Elliott is Merrill Kelly. I had not heard this one. Wow.
Oh, they're different? No, they're can't. Nope. Same dude.
Oh my God. I've not heard this, but here you go. Yeah. Wow. Not bad. Okay. I see it.
Well, yeah, I see it too. I see it too.
Chris Elliott in the Merrill Kelly story.
I like it. Francisco Lindor returned to high impact activities in 2 to 3 days. Does this do anything for you guys in terms of where he's being drafted at? Is he back to where his current ADP was before the broken hamate bone? What do you guys think?
He's a 30-30 guy. It's amazing, Lindor is, but I'm looking elsewhere. There's other shortstops I like this year. I'd rather just try to go somewhere else for the season and see if I can find him. Finding myself some better stats than another shortstop.
Yeah. Bezarez says Ryan Weathers first start as a Yankee, 3 2/3, 5 Ks, 12 whiffs, and a 52% whiff rate, topped out at 99.8 miles per hour.
Wow,
another guy,
dude.
That's going late in drafts. Ryan Weathers had a little bit of buzz last year before he got hurt with Miami. So I like Ryan Weathers a lot too at the back end of drafts.
Already throwing too hard.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Come on, man. Didn't we just talk about Carlos Estevez is throwing 3 miles an hour slower and Weathers is already trying to crack a hundy? What are you doing? It's too early, man.
Too early. All right.
I love Ryan Weathers as a late flyer. He's not drafted
Same.
early. Look at his ADP.
Yeah.
He's one of
late.
those take a shot while you can, because he's just going to keep going up that draft board as we start when the main events start in Vegas for NFBC. So if you're drafting soon, man, go ahead and grab Ryan Weathers, because his balloon is going to keep rising because of all that hot air. Because that's what hot air balloons do. I heard. You press the thing. I don't know.
Hot air rises.
Yeah.
Jack Caglione hit a home run yesterday. Obviously, everyone's freaking out about that. It was a monster shot. Brandon Woodruff on track to be ready for opening day, but having some bumps and bruises there too. I think we all know what Brandon Woodruff is at this point in his career. Not the ace that he once was, but probably a reliable 3-4 in your
Glad to hear you say that, Mike. Glad to hear you say that.
Yeah, because I was in on him last year, and I got some good starts at him last year. I will say.
No, he was. Yeah. But
we talked about it earlier in the show. O'Neal Cruz, who's on my do not draft list, worked on hitting lefties last year. Are you buying Britton O'Neal Cruz?
I think I just talked about this, but 100% I'm buying in on O'Neal Cruz. He has committed himself in the offseason to working on, things that he needs to work on. He's super talented. I wish he worked a little bit on playing defense. I don't know if that was part of the issue, because man, he looks bad out there. But super talented. I mean, he steals bases. He can hit home runs. The batting average is a big suck, but he's worth a gamble. I wouldn't pay up for him or anything like that. But O'Neal Cruz for the Pirates has a chance to be a really undervalued player this year. What do you say, Govier?
Well,
you drafted him in the MILF draft, didn't you?
Yeah,
I did. I drafted him as my MILF love, but I was desperate for steals. I wanted to add a guy who I thought could steal a bunch of bases. He can do that. Obviously, that's what he does well. I just think year before this, he hit 259. That's a big difference from hitting 200, man. So I don't think the guy's going to hit 200 again at all. The number one rule in this game, I don't know if you guys have learned this yet. You've been around just as long as I have, guys. We forget the year before. Like, we remember last season, but suddenly 2024 becomes like it never happened. Yeah. We just have too much recency bias and a short memory. So I'm down with O'Neal Cruz this year, which is one of the first times I've ever been down with him. There's a time and a place. There's song by the Birds. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, and this season is O'Neal Cruz season. I'm so excited. I can't even talk.
I like that too. Whose bounce back would you rather buy into if you could only do one? O'Neal Cruz or Jackson Merrill? What say you?
Oh, I'd say Merrill.
Jackson Merrill.
That just seems more likely, is all. It's safer.
Sure.
Yeah. He also can't hit lefties, O'Neal Cruz, which we know that because he's been hitting with a lefty coach and trying to get back into that. I think the batting average for me is just too hard to ignore, and then a 32K percentage, like, just guy strikes out a lot. The one thing that I think they'll do is probably take a little pressure off of him and maybe bat him lower in the order. They added some pieces there in Pittsburgh, so maybe there's not too much pressure on him to perform. Maybe he's got some lineup protection in there now. So that's the only thing I will say that has me a little bit intrigued. But I
want to give a shout out to 3 shots. Brian K. Rodgman. I used to call him Brian K. Rodgman. I don't know how to say his name. He was here since day one. Brian Rodgman. I used to call him Brian K. Rodgman. I will always call him Brian K. Rodgman. He hit me up on Twitter recently to check in. He's been a little AWOL the last couple seasons, but he's here now, and I'm just so happy to see you, buddy. Good to see you, Brian. Shout out, man. And Star Plato says, Mike, the Cruz is going too early. He should go in the 10th round in a 15.
I don't disagree with that.
I don't think you do, Panel Red.
Yeah. Bubba Chandler walks 4 and gave up 4 runs in his first start. Oof. Just a little wild there. And then lastly, guys, Jordan Lawler, give me the must draft, Britton.
Must draft!
I bet you would, Panama Red.
I am buying the hype there with Jordan Lawler.
Dude. You love Jordan Lawler. I'm so excited.
Off to a fantastic start.
Yes.
Yep. Mike's coming in his pants.
Every day playing time. Yep. And he's bet, I think, 6
on deck.
I would not be surprised. He's still got we just talked about it with O'Neal Cruz, recency bias, right? Everybody was hyping this guy up as a prospect. Progress is not linear. Maybe this is the year he puts it together. So You never know. But I'm in on Jordan Lawler. He's pretty much a late round lottery ticket that you can get. Don't have to spend a whole lot of money on, and the upside is enormous. So playing in that ballpark there in Arizona as well. So, all right, that's all I had. Should we get into two little mice?
We should.
battles?
I wanted to ask you guys real quickly. I made a trade on Dynasty League. I just want to see what you guys think of this real quick. This is a shout out. It's a 20-man dynasty, okay? 20 teams, right? So that's a lot. This is the
this
deal.
The one with Robbie in it?
No, that's a 30. That's a complete copy of MLB. This is a 20-man dynasty with our guy Don. Shout out to Don HD out there doing his thing, who's also in the Pallazzo Podcast Fantasy Football Dynasty. I traded Ben Rice. This is the deal right here for our guy Gavin Williams, and I get Ryan Jeffers. This is an OBP league, by the way, not average. So, what do you think, Ben Rice? Would you give up prime Ben Rice? This is a dynasty keep forever. You have him forever. In a league where you get quality starts and wins, 2 categories for pitching. Pitching is more powerful in this league.
I'm interested to hear the quality. Sorry to derail us here a little bit, but I'm interested to know why you guys did quality starts and wins. Is this a categories league? You said, right?
It's a 6x6. Yep. I just joined the league. I don't make these things up.
I was gonna say, because like if Gavin Williams doesn't get to win, you're like, oh, I don't want him to get to win, but give me a quality start. Can he get both? Can you get both? A quality start and a win? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
I digress. I like the trade. I think it's a fair one. I know a lot of people are in on Ben Rice this year because of his StatCast page and how hard he hit the ball last year. But it's hard not to like our boy. He is a poster boy of the Pallazzo Podcast. We should have his face like down here given the 2 because that's what he is. I love Gavin Williams. I like the trade. Do you need pitching in this league? Can you afford to lose a catcher?
I have Austin Wells as a backup, and he gave me Jeffers. So between those two, I like Jeffers. Jeffers still in his prime, and I think there's more to give in that bet. So getting Gavin Williams plus still getting a catcher I can start, I dig it. I dig it.
What do you think?
I love it. I think Gavin Williams is about to make a superstar turn. He's 27 years old. He flashed it to end the season with a new pitch. I like Ben Rice too. He's obviously a good player.
Oh yeah,
he might be platooned. Which is fine. But
Wow, dude.
That reduces your playing time. But yeah, I think Gavin Williams has ace potential. I really like that because you're maximizing the value of Ben Rice, who had a good year. Don't get me wrong, and he looks solid. But finding a up and coming ace potential pitcher is way harder than finding a hard catch, a hard hitting hitter. So. Anyway, I like it.
Yeah, I knew you guys would. That was kind of rhetorical, but thank you. All right, let's get into the main focus of today's show. It is Fantasy Baseball Draft Prep 2026, Volume 4. We're focusing in on player battles. We've been doing this for years, and it's just another year. More player battles. They never end.
2 little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
So
the very end.
So intense. Wow.
Yeah.
All right, who's up?
You guys ready for the first one? I want to kick us off with a bang here. Here we go. We got Wyatt Langford going at pick 44 in NFBC, or Roman Anthony going at pick 58. Who you got?
Langford all day for me, and I'm just ready to go. That's my answer.
Okay.
Yeah, Wyatt Langford for me too. There are problems on both sides here. Number one, even though Langford was 2020 last year, he had 4 different stints on the IL for an oblique injury. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of time with a core issue. So I'm a little worried about that with Wyatt Langford, although he is young, and I'm sure hopefully he got that sorted out. So I'm a little worried about that. Roman Anthony, I was looking at him today. He's obviously super talented, leadoff for the Red Sox. His ground ball rate is 51%.
Mm-hmm.
There it is,
right here.
That's not good. He needs to lift the ball, because looking through his track record of the minor leagues, which isn't all, it's only a few years, but he's never hit over like 18 home runs in any stint. So, Langford's already done it. He can go 25, but Roman Anthony really needs. I think he's going to be great, but he's 21 years old. He needs to work on some stuff, and he's got to change his launch angle, or he's going to be a 15-25 guy, which is fine. That's good. That's a good, solid player. But like he's being drafted in like the 4th and 5th round. It's crazy. It's kind of like like maybe Connor Griffin has taken over the Roman Anthony hype. I don't know. I guess we'll see. But that ground ball rate is crazy for Roman Anthony. But he's young. He can fix it. And Boston's a great place to hit. But yeah, between those two, I'll take Wyatt Langford.
I'm going to go Roman Anthony for the reasons that you mentioned, and the ballpark in Texas. The lineup got worse. I like the upside of Anthony better. I hear your point with the ground ball rate, which has me concerned as well. Yeah, 3 oblique injuries last year, never a good thing. But with Roman Anthony too, he reminds me a lot like a Jaren Duran. I think this is a guy that not going to see as much power, but you get a guy who's going to be in possibly 2020, score 90 runs at the top of that lineup, have a solid, respectable batting average. We might be looking at an early flirty 5x5 guy. So I'm all in on Roman Anthony. I want a lot of shares. I don't know. Has Wyatt Langford really shown you guys I'm really excited about this guy? Like, you think he takes the next step to go from 2020 to 25, 30, 30, whatever?
Hey, Wyatt Langford was Connor Griffin not too long ago.
He was. You're right.
He was Roman Anthony not too long ago. I think we all forget that. Everybody was all the buzz with Wyatt Langford, and he's he just goes out and does 2020 in spite of oblique injuries, and people are like, Connor Griffin, wait a second here. No, I think Wyatt Langford could have a bust out season. I'm in on him this year. What say you, Govier?
Yeah, I think you're looking at a guy who's still growing, and so is Roman Anthony, of course. Roman Anthony could exceed my expectations. I'm just a little more questionable about how much he'll pop in this first full year for him. And I think Wyatt Langford will take it to another level this year. I trust in his talent, and I don't believe he'll be hurt all year. So there you go.
There you go.
Look at this. Woo-hoo! 30-30, says Bizza. Yeah! Now we're talking.
I bet you would, Panama Red.
Before we move on, this is something I liked. If you look at his underlying metrics here with his, 303 plate appearances that he had. Great walk percentage. Again, hits the ball hard, good barrel rate. So lots of like in his early stint with Boston. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's hitting leadoff for them, or somewhere in the top third. Is that right? Somebody
probably
looked it up for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So I like this. This is why I'm interested. But I hear what you guys are saying. When his first full season in there too, we could be looking at maybe a little sophomore slump there too. But give me Roman Anthony here.
Before we move on from this conversation, F says, perhaps last year left me feeling bitter about Langford, but I don't see him as a 260 guy, at best playing half his games in Globe Life. Ugh.
Yeah, Globe Life is a problem. Definitely.
Yeah,
47 last year for him.
Yeah, it's a problem. Roman Anthony's super talented, and he could explode this year. I'm just not going to bet on it this season in redraft only. That's my caveat.
And the reason why I put the ADPs in here too, and hopefully you guys, I know, if you guys heard me when I said it, but he's going 14 picks, a whole full round, maybe later than Langford. So is that enough for you guys to maybe still take Langford, or wait at full round and get Roman Anthony?
Have both. Why?
There you go. There you go.
Why do you get to make a choice?
Well, that's what it is. This is the player battles, right?
That's right. Two little mice, you some bitch. Hit me.
Right.
All right.
Two little mice fell in a bucket of cream.
All right, look at this. I'm in an NFBC 50, and Roman Anthony went at the top of the 6th round. Here's some hitters that were drafted after Roman Anthony: Byron Buxton, Jaren Duran, Cody Bellinger, Randy Arozarena, Tyler Soderstrom, Saya Suzuki. Give me all those players ahead of Roman Anthony. What say you, Mike?
No. And I mean, I was making my face for each one you were setting off. I love Soderstrom. Saya can be so good, but then he's just too inconsistent.
Bellinger?
I'm not a Cody Bellinger guy. I don't love him. I'd rather have Roman Anthony than Cody Bellinger. So now my tune is changing very quickly. Wow. Byron Buxton can't be trusted. Who's the other guy? Randy Arozarena is very consistent. He always plays, but Roman Anthony is more tantalizing than a lot of those guys. Actually, now that you're saying it,
all right,
which is weird. I'm not making sense here. I bet they might have to run a check, guys.
So you better run a check.
Hey, it's supposed to be fun, so pick, yep. Have fun. And I get it. Nobody wants to pick, old Randy Arozarena, even though he went like 25-32 last year. Like, no, I'll get Roman Anthony that's played 50 whole games and whatever. I don't know.
He's
Go
the
for
new
the goal.
he's the new shiny toy now. Langford's old news, in with the new, out with the old, in with the new, right?
That's
So,
right.
all right, next one here for you guys. Interested to hear your take on this. I'm going to do a 3-headed monster on this one. All right.
Wow.
Like the dog that guards hell.
That's right.
Sherbius.
I'm interested to hear y'all's take on this. This is an interesting one. All right. And they all play for the same team. Logan Gilbert at pick 34, Brian Wu at pick 40, George Kirby at pick 69, which I think is a discount this year. But if you had to pick one of these players, and they all kind of do different things, right? Like Kirby's more of like the whip and walk guy and ERA. Gilbert's more your K guy, and Wu kind of does it all. So if you had to pick between these three, and you could say, hey, I'm going to pick one of these guys, and you have to pick one of these guys and also factor in ADP, who are you taking here, Britton?
Well, that's tough.
That is. There's a lot of reasons not to like these guys. Wu is a time bomb waiting to be hurt. I feel it. I mean, he's had elbow stuff that went away, and he was really good last year. But I'm still concerned that that's not going to last. Like, that stuff doesn't just go away. Sooner or later, there's going to be an issue. And Gilbert also had some issues, and so did Kirby. All three. I see these guys very similar in terms of risk.
So who you got?
Yes, very, very similar. Brian Wu had a Cy Young, type of season last year. Brian Wu for the Mariners. Logan Gilbert got hurt and missed most of the season. But remember, like years before that, he was the one guy that people like. Well, this is Mr. Consistency right here. And George Kirby.
Well, we got
I don't
131 innings out of Gilbert last year, just to be clear.
Yeah,
Decent.
You're right. Right. But I'll take the upside. I don't like any of these. I mean, I like them fine. I like them fine. But if I had to pick, if I can only pick one, give me Brian Wu. He's got the biggest upside. And if I'm going to take a shot, I'll take Wu to see if he can repeat last year because it was so good. And for whatever it's worth, the projections have him throwing 195. 195. Woo girls. Woo!
Wow.
Great job.
15-7
last year, under a 3 ERA. Pretty fun. Govier, who you got here of these three?
I guess I'm going to go Gilbert, but I don't feel great about it. I don't.
Man.
Wu is no way Wu can do that. Those numbers from Wu last year are incredible. No way he replicates that. Lock me in. We're recording this now, so I'm going to just go with Gilbert. I used to love Kirby, but I think I'm a little concerned about either one of these guys being healthy. So I'll just Gilbert. I don't know why.
Yeah. Not to be the contrarian and make this difficult for everybody, but I was in on George Kirby simply for the fact of his ADP. People forget this time last year before Brian Wu came onto the scene, and we talked about it with O'Neal Cruz. We only focused on last year or the year before. We were taking George Kirby over Logan Gilbert, and he was a top 10 SP. So injury riddled season there for George Kirby, down year as well. But at pick 68, I'd rather wait and take a couple of hitters where Gilbert and Wu are getting taken, and I can take George Kirby close to pick 70. Give me George Kirby here as again, a lot to be desired compared to the other guys, right? 4.21 ERA, WHIP was still decent, but those numbers look good for me. Playing in a pitcher's ballpark as well, so I'll take George Kirby here, and I'll miss out on Gilbert and Wu.
Kirby had 126 innings. Gilbert had 131. So they basically had the same opportunity last year in terms of innings pitched. Wu had the special season of the 3. No way he repeats, but one of the two, Kirby or Gilbert. In fact, I can see all 3 of these guys totally screwed, but we'll see. I want to be. Okay. That's a great insane fantasy take for the next time we do that. All 3 of these pitchers will be 86th by August.
Ooh. Oh, all right.
I don't want to think, but I got to win. I want to win money. So.
All right. I got one for Britton. I put this one in here just for you, buddy. Matt Olson at pick 45. I know Britton's answered this. Or Michael Busch at pick 106. So look, we just got finished talking about old school, new school, first baseman here. One bat's in the middle of the heart of the Braves lineup. Michael Busch batting leadoff. Britton, I'll start with you, buddy.
You got to head for the mountains, don't you, Michael Govier? Because you know what you get at the mountains. The leadoff hitter for the Chicago Cubs, top 10 in barrel rate of quality hitters last year, like Judge. Some other big names on there. Look, I like Olson too. He's going to hit 30 home runs, have 1 stolen base, and play 162 games. And that's great. Michael Busch can also hit. He hit 34 home runs last year. I don't think a lot of people remember that. He hit more home runs than Matt Olson did, and you get him literally 50 picks later. I like Matt Olson, but Michael Busch has some serious upside, and you get him so many picks later. It's basically a wash, except instead of spending a 4th or 5th round pick, whatever you have to for Olson, you can pick somebody else. Now, Olson looks like he's going to have a good year. I think the Braves, Acuna, and who bats second for the Atlanta Braves this year? Oh, I can't remember. Oh, yeah, Drake. Drake Baldwin batting second in front of Matt Olson. Yeah,
Drake Baldwin
baby.
drafted by Dave McDonald in the Glarf draft over the weekend. Very high.
There you go.
Oh, he's a genius, that doctor. Look, they don't give PhDs of medicine to just
You gotta earn that
anybody.
shit.
Like, you can't just walk into medical school and say, hey, give it to me. You have to earn it, and that's what Dr. Dave has done. So you got to listen to guys like that. So he's writing a prescription, and the prescription is Drake Baldwin.
Gov, any strong thoughts here between Matt Olson and Michael Busch?
Yeah.
Oh,
Buzzkill.
do I hear a Matt Olson coming from you?
Matt Olson needs the sounder. I mean, Michael Busch has got his, right? So we got to get Matt Olson one. So why not? Here comes the big old freight shipping. Buzz killing your Bush. Matt Olson, 40 home runs this year. Lock it in.
Buzz killing my Bush, man.
This
that's low, dude.
Yeah,
That ain't
this one's
right.
tough for me. I'm tough. Like I really don't have an answer here. When I put this one in here, I was like, I don't even know who I would pick. I think if you're just going off of pure value, Bush is the guy there. And like Britton said, you get him 50 picks later, which is nice, but really hard to give up on Matt Olson too, because like Govier said, I think he could hit anywhere between 35 and 40 home runs if the Braves do indeed come back, right? So, and all those guys start hitting. It's a great lineup to hit in. It's not to say that Chicago's not, but Matt Olson is about as consistent. Yeah, as about as consistent of a power hitter as you can get. We've only seen Michael Busch hit it once, that 30 mark. Matt Olson has been doing it for a while now. So if you like the consistency, I think that's where you go, Matt Olson. But I like Michael Busch too, hitting the top of that lineup. So we'll see.
Busted here, Britton. See, Britton, you can never say more than a few sentences. People are always busting your ass. Tina Butera, MD, checking in here. A medical degree. Is it a PhD? Then it's an MD. Thank you, Tina. I see Tina on Twitter a lot, so this is cool that she popped in. We know you're kidding around. Hi, Tina. Hello. Thanks for being here from the Twitter side of things.
If you get a PhD, they call you a doctor, don't they?
They do.
Like,
you're right. That is a doctor. It's not a medical doctor.
And
But
we don't know that Dr. Dave is a medical doctor. Just, I'm just saying he could be a doctor of philosophy for all I know. I've met Dr. Dave. I've hung out with him. He's a deep thinker, dude. That's, could be a PhD from Cornell University from philosophy. I don't know. We just call him doctor because he's so damn smart.
Because he knows injuries.
That's right.
Chad wants to buzzkill. I hate to buzzkill Britton, but I do not have Drake Baldwin even cracking the top 15 at catcher this season, which I'm calling revenge of the veteran catchers. All right, Chad, you're locked in, buddy.
There you go. I'd be shocked if that were to happen, but yeah, we'll see. All right. Speaking of catchers, I want to stay with that one here. Would you guys rather take Cal Raleigh going at pick 18, or would you wait about 30 picks later and take Shea Bangaliers there for the Sacramento Athletics?
We know Britton's answer. This is like tailor-made for Britton.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I love my Shea Langoliers batting second for the West Sacramento, California Athletics. Look, Cal Raleigh is awesome. He hit 60 home runs last year. But he literally broke the all-time record for plate appearances for catchers, if you include postseason. And he's 29 years old. Did y'all know that? He'll be 30 later on this year. Like that's just the human body. And maybe he's superhuman. I think he might be actually. But that's a lot of plate appearances, and that doesn't count every inning, squatting, throwing, all the stuff that goes with being a catcher, which is super hard on your body. So. So plus his ADP is second round. So
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's going to get injured. He's awesome. Last year was an MVP season. That's right. Should have been. But yeah, I'm worried about the plate appearance issue. I'm worried about the toll on his body. It kind of reminds me of, remember that time Salvador Perez out of nowhere just hit like 45 home runs. And then the year after that, regressed back to his usual like 28 or whatever. I think Kyle Raleigh's going to have to do that too. It's asking too much to repeat this season. So a second round pick, too much. I'll take Shea Langoliers a couple rounds later. What do you say, Govier? Is that stupid?
That ain't stupid, man. I mean, you're just a human being, I don't want to buzzkill you.
But... Wait, I thought that was Matt Wolf's sound. What? We're giving away
which
that.
one we like better? I'm just making buzzkill noises.
Oh, okay. Shout out Bob Martin.
Anyways,
That's when your Plinko gets on the 0 instead of the 5,000.
I don't want to take Cal Raleigh at that position. I would rather have Cal Raleigh than Bangaliers still, even though Bangaliers is very exciting. But if you're forcing me to take one of the two guys, I'd still rather have Cal Raleigh. I would. I still think it'll be a hell of a year as a catcher. 30 home runs, 35 dongs is still great.
I think their stat lines are going. I mean, I was somewhat joking when we did our insane fantasy takes because I do think Shea Bangaliers can lead all catchers in home runs this year. I like him a lot this year going into draft season. I like him even more as I progress through drafts. I actually don't have any shares yet, but I've never really drafted catcher that high. And I think catcher is deep this year where you can wait a little bit later on guys that can produce similar power numbers. Like Britton said, hitting 60 is going to be hard to replicate, but I can still see Raleigh hitting 40, maybe 50 home runs, or even if he hits 35, that's great. But
yeah,
Shea Langoliers hit 30 last year too, and you get him 50 picks later. So I'd rather take somebody else there at that second round pick, and I'd rather just take Shea Langoliers much later, or even my Carter Jensen later in draft.
I don't think there's that big a difference between both. I think you're fine with either, really.
Agreed.
Or Drake Baldwin if you want to get sneaky.
Yeah.
Right.
Mike, I know we got some more here. Can we just real quickly, because the guys have made the effort here in the live chat, which we love. The show is all about the live chat. Quick, just speed round on these. So Chad says Ryan Weathers or Edward Cabrera?
Weathers for me.
Weathers for me too. I love his upside.
I'll be the Cabrera buy for sure. Give me Eddie in his new digs up on the north side in Wrigley Field. Then Star says Trevor Rogers or Chris Bubich?
Rogers.
Trevor Rogers.
yeah, he's definitely on the must draft list. Britton has to put out a list now, the must draft list. I'm going to go Rogers just because Bubich was so good. Bubich was arguably better for longer last year than Rogers was. So that's the only difference, just because he pitched more innings.
But high in innings too.
Yeah, that freaks me out. So that almost makes me want to pivot to Rogers, who I said I wouldn't take earlier. But I think in this case now you're forcing me to take Rogers. So very interesting. Good call, guys. I like what you guys are doing here. You guys are a lot of fun, and we appreciate you and your business here. Thanks for cracking 1,200 subs, by the way, everybody. Woohoo!
You have failed.
No, you didn't fail. That's a lie. No, it's a round of applause. Yeah, there it is. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone that hit the sub button. Appreciate you.
Thank you guys.
Independent show, too. We're badass.
Can we do one more and then get into some shine around?
You do as much as you want. Quick? Yeah.
All right. Last one here. This is an interesting one because both these guys got a lot of hype coming out. They were two of the top young arms coming out of the minors last year. Got Jacob Mizorowski, the Miz, at pick 128, Chase Burns at 115. Which pitcher would you rather have, Britton?
Man, I love them both. They're both super talented, but I think I'm going to take Chase Burns. He had that blow up against Boston, but the other games he like double digit Ks. Like I know he had the blow up and it counts, but I really like Chase Burns, and Jacob Mizorowski, watching him pitch just worries me that his arm is going to fling off, into the void. He's like so super skinny and lanky, and I know it can work, and I like Jacob Mizorowski, but I think Chase Burns has got some serious stuff. So that's the way I would lean. What about you, Govier?
Wow, dude.
I don't want either of these guys.
Oh, wow.
So you're really putting – there was a heated discussion late Saturday night.
None
in
of the above.
Indianapolis at the Glarf draft as the booze was flowing and people's opinions were flying.
Did somebody
Some people
say,
were-
sorry, Charlie?
Sorry, Charlie. Got
Yeah,
Matsui.
yeah. Matsui.
There was a hot debate, a heated discussion between Sarah Sanchez and Dave McDonald and other of us milling around the draft board about Jacob Mizorowski and his efficiency and how he pitched great in the playoffs, but that's a smaller sample. And Sarah Sanchez was selling me hard on Mizorowski. So I guess just because I respect her, I'm going to take Mizorowski here. But I don't like either one of these guys. They're young pitchers. I think Mizorowski a year from now will be on the IL. I think he's looking at a TJ. He's a TJ waiting to happen, in my opinion. Burns, I trust a little bit more, but I still think there's a lot of growth to happen there before I want to trust Burns and redraft.
I'm going to go Chase Burns here myself with Burns and Hunter Green. Man, that'd be great if he took the next step and you got both those guys. I know Britton likes Hunter Green, but
Wow, dude.
Burns has got a strong arm. That's a solid 1-2 punch if he takes the next step there between Burns and Green. So give me Burns here. I like both of them. I'm with Britton. I think they have high upside, but I do agree with the point that Mizorowski's delivery funky. He might TJ waiting to happen go. I don't think that's a far-fetched idea there. But anybody who throws this hard and spins the ball this hard is a walking TJ. So
And let me bring up one question real quick to our friend here, Anthony. Anthony, do you work for Pitcher List by any chance? Because this is a Pitcher List question if I ever seen one. Cody Ponce versus Ryan Weiss. So Cody Ponce is the guy that came over, 3-year contract, led the KBO, or maybe it was in Japan. I can't remember. But
it was Japan. You're right. Him and Drew Anderson both pitched in Japan.
I apologize. But
that's my fault.
Led one of the overseas leagues in strikeouts. Has been awesome. He got a 3-year deal. Ryan Weiss came over too. Is he with Houston? Have y'all looked into this?
I don't know who this guy is, man. I know Ponce, but I don't know who Ryan Weiss is. Is he Walt Weiss's cousin?
The only reason I know who Ryan Weiss is because I've watched Pitcher List Nick Pollock talk about him. So,
okay.
So these are two super deep sleepers. A great question there, Anthony. I kind of not watched the whole thing, but I kind of tuned in a little bit because Cody Ponce pitched today, looking really good. So I haven't watched Ryan play, but I watched
Weiss was KBO and Ponce was Japan. So there it is.
Okay.
I've not seen Weiss, or I know a lot more about Ponce and Drew Anderson, who both were strikeout leaders in Japan's Nippon Professional Baseball League last year. But Weiss, I know very little about, so I'm gonna have to learn about Weiss. So by default, I'm just going Ponce because I don't know much about Ryan Weiss.
It's a great question, and as I also put in here, here's another guy, Mike Burrows for the Astros, who they traded Pittsburgh for Mike Burrows. So keep your eye on him. Those are some great late flyers like Cody, Mike Burrows, and Ryan Weiss. So
I like Burrows.
Write those down. Those guys are super interesting. I'm going Ponce out of those three because I saw him today and he looked awesome. So there you go.
I don't have a strong opinion on either one of them, to be 100% honest. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Any way you go against your boy here, Mike? Pajes or Ward?
Yeah, that's a good question.
You think it's a better question than I thought, I guess.
Taylor Ward's got. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I think Pajes plays. Is going to be a better batting average guy. I think Ward gives you better power, so it really depends on your build. I'll take Taylor Ward by default because I'm a nose guy.
I'll take Tyler O'Neill, baby. Gimme. He's killing it this spring training. He's got the contract. They're going to play him. I'm going to write it down in a book. Tyler O'Neill for the Baltimore Orioles. Bounce back season this season. He's ready.
What's also in his contract, Britton, is he must be on the IL twice a year.
Hey, if he hits 30 home runs and you draft him in round 30, do whatever you want. Just
Matt
at the end
Walter
of the year,
22 dongs and like 300 plate appearances.
It wasn't that long ago. He cranked 40.
He's got power. He just can't stay on the field.
What do you say, Mike V? You buying into that?
Tyler O'Neill. I'm with
Tyler O'Neill bounce back.
No, I'm with Gove. I think he's going to get hurt, and I hope he gets traded at the same time too before the season starts.
No, they'll never.
I want
trade
Dylan
him.
Beavers. I want Dylan.
That's
Beavers.
some negative
That's
energy,
true.
man.
Yeah,
The Beavers, man. He's a Beaver man. Let him be.
Oh, that's right. I
Here-
like Beavers too. That's a good call.
Yeah, but here's the thing, Britton. This is more so. Yes, I like Dylan Beavers. The more with Tyler O'Neill is we have two of essentially the exact same player, but Ward stays healthier. They both are low batting average guys, and they both hit the ball a country mile. So, which is a long way, Britton.
Nice beaver.
It's like 10 miles.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I just had it stuffed.
Ooh, boy. Little getting a little late here on the Palazzo.
Was
Pod.
that the
Just after
Naked
dark.
Gun or
That
whatever?
was a naked gun.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
All
a
right.
good one.
You guys want to do some shine or ride the pine before we get out of here?
Oh, baby, you know what I like. Yeah, let's do Shine Around the Pine. For those that don't know, we you get projections thrown at us, so we decide if we're going to shine it or ride the pine. We won't do the whole intro today. That's just how the game's played. Shine around the pine. You're in,
Great.
shine, you're out, pine.
I started this one for you, Gove. So I pretty much know your answer. We're going to use ATC as the projection system today, guys. So not
branching
Zips.
out.
We're doing ATC.
Okay.
Gunnar Henderson, 26 home runs, 24 stolen bases. I'll start with you, Gove.
Shine it all night long.
Shine on both?
Woo! Yep, 100%.
Okay. What about you, Britton?
All right, say that one again for me, please.
26 home runs, 24 stolen bases for Gunnar Henderson.
I'll shine it. I think he's a great bounce back bet this year. Gunnar Henderson for the Baltimore Orioles. Yeah, I think he'll hit 26 home runs and steal 24 bases.
This is not a homer pick. I know everyone will say bullshit, but I really think this is a bounce back season for him as well. It could easily go 30-30. If you guys remember, he had those delicious intercostal injuries last year.
Yummy. I brought those up at the golf draft. Munching on intercostals. I wanted to order up some, but nobody was down.
All right.
I wanted to pine it because Mike V is the biggest Orioles homer on planet Earth, and Michael Govier just reached for him in the first round. So I was dying just to be contrarian, but I
Play
can't
that
do that.
troll.
I can't do that to my friends.
Thank
Get
you,
out of here,
Jake.
trolls.
Right. All right. Ellie De La Cruz. I thought this was interesting, guys. 40 stolen bases on ATC. You shining or ride the pine on that? Because he pretty much had his stolen bases cut in half last year comparatively to the year before that.
I'm shining for all things Ellie De La Cruz. I think he's going to have a big season. He had some personal issues last year and some other things that I don't know if that are public.
Not feeling so fresh?
Yeah, it was tough. I believe his sister passed.
Oh,
Anyways,
shit. That's
so there was all
terrible.
kinds of stuff going on. He still played like 162 or something right around there.
He's a professional.
So I'm betting on Ellie De La Cruz to have a big season. I like him
Me
a lot
too.
this year.
Yeah, I take this number. This number seems low. You're right. I don't know why they're doing this, but 40 seems like he could do it in his sleep.
Three for three.
Done it before.
Lock me in. Yeah, I could see him stealing 30 before the All-Star break. To be 100% honest, because he steals second and third and home. So,
ATC, you better run a check, man. What's going on over there, Ariel?
So you better run a check.
I wish you'd let that play out because I love that whole song. Sandy Alcantara. I say Alcantara. Some people say Alcantara. Alcantara. Yeah, I say Alcantara. I thought this was interesting too. 4.16 ERA. Shine or ride the pine?
I'm going to shine it, meaning I'm taking a lower ERA. It'll be better than that. I think you have an under 4 ERA this year. I don't know about strikeouts, but under 4 ERA for Sandy Alcantara.
Yeah, I agree. This is Sandy's last ride, fellas.
Oh.
This is it. He had last year, it was up, down, but I think this is going to be a lot more up than down. The velo's way up. So I like that when it comes to a veteran pitcher. So let's go, Sandy Alcantara.
You know what Meyer is, Britton?
I'm sorry?
Do you know what Meyer is? You ever heard of Meyer?
Max Meyer?
The department store? It's like a store you go to. It's like a grocery store. They don't have that in Tennessee, do they?
They sure don't.
Well, anyways, Meyer is a Midwest grocery chain. You find it in Indiana, Illinois, maybe Michigan for sure, and Ohio for sure.
We got Dillard's.
Oh, Dillard's. Okay. Well, they have a pony you can ride. A 1 cent to this day. It is still 1 cent in tribute of their humble origins. Fred Meyer and his wife made Sandy the pony a 1 cent ride for the kids. Right now, today, you can go to a Meyer and ride Sandy the pony for 1 cent. And I thought that was also a reference to Sandy's last ride.
Sandy's last ride. Yeah, 1
there
cent.
You go. Shout out to Sandy. Still 1 cent for all the kiddos out there. Enjoy that ride.
Love you, kids.
What do you got, Grove? You got a you're right. You're shining. Okay. Yep. I'm going to be the contrarian here, and I'm going to say over on the 4.16. I don't think it'd be too bad, but I do think he has like a 4.20, 4.30 ERA. I think he still has a good season.
I can see that.
I think the years of the old Sandy are probably gone. So decent pitcher, but I think we're still sitting in a sub 4 ERA there. This was a good one for me too, because I'm always out on him. I said this last year, guys. I was looking back at my old teams. I said Aaron Nola was a do not draft.
No.
I had him like in 5 leagues, and I was like,
"What are you doing?"
Why did I do that? But before last season, he was consistent as shit. He had 190, then like 3 straight seasons of over 200 Ks for Aaron Nola. ERA something left to be desired. I had a lot of injuries last year. The strikeout total 164 Ks. Before I give you guys your spotlight here, I like Aaron Nola this year as a kind of a late round flyer in hopes that he can get anywhere near 164 Ks. If he why don't you like me and give you 170, 180, or maybe who knows, get back to the 200 if he stays healthy. I think this could be a bargain here for Aaron Nola. But what do you guys think? Shine or ride the pine on 164 strikeouts?
Pine.
Why don't you like me?
I'm going to Chris Pine that one.
There you go. I'm going to take Shine here, and I don't think he'll get to 200 strikeouts, but I do think he can get maybe in that 170, possibly 180 range. All right, last one here before we get off the show here. Mason Miller, 13.82 K per 9. You shining or riding the pine?
Well,
man, I might shine that. Yeah,
you gonna shine it?
He's so good.
Yeah, but what about if he's a starter, maybe that number's a little lower. Like, I'm just wondering how this plays out. That's the only question here.
He'll close.
I could have sworn I read a quote from their front office saying that he's the closer this year. I could be wrong.
I'm sure they said it. There was a lot of talk about this over the weekend. Again, we were all talking in person about it. And everyone said either way, he's just so good. He's worth drafting highly regardless. So, yeah, all right, fine. I'll take the over 2. I'll shine it. I'll shine those 14K for 9 this year.
Golly, that's crazy. That's like Joey Cantilla good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
13.82 sounds high. I'm going to take the ride the pine. I still think he hits in the 13s, but 13.82 seems very high for me. He's got the talent to do it, for sure. Would it strike me if he got like 14s? Dude. No, but I think he's a 13, like even or a little higher than that. So
you're the obsessed Miller guy here, so that's not good news for us, Britton.
Give me back my son.
That's Mike talking about Mason Miller. He wants him back.
Right.
Okay, that's a good call. I promise Anthony we get to this before we go because he's dying to know the answer, guys. Who do you take, Okamoto or Murakami? He's struggling to find out the difference between these newcomers. Everyone says Okamoto safer, but Murakami ranking inside the top 200. I'm unsure where to go between these two.
Remind me again. Okamoto is the guy for Toronto, and Murakami's the White Sox.
You got it. You got it. That's right.
Give me Okamoto here. I'll take the safer bet, better team.
I'm going the other way. Murakami, the tsunami. Hey, that sounds good. Murakami, the tsunami. Murakami, the tsunami. Murakami.
I just thought there's a HBO documentary coming out next month. Very somber. 15th anniversary of the Fukushima meltdown.
Well, you might as well hit the buzzkill button because I was feeling my Murakami.
He talks about a disaster anniversary.
Bring up death and stuff. No, I've been looking at Murakami. His projections are amazing. It's like 32 home runs, 6 stolen bases, and a 240 average. I'm like, really? All right, I'm doing it. Let's do it all in Chicago White Sox. Let's go. Let's go South Side. Yeah,
I'll take him in Glarf. Yeah,
I'll take. I like Murakami. I mean, both these guys are a roll of dice. Like you don't know how they're going to respond to MLB,
newcomers,
but Yeah, but I've seen Murakami in batting practice, and he looked really good. So you know how that goes.
Buzzkill.
That's the theme of today's show. The new button there and Buzzkill Govier over here. So
That's right.
Yeah, no more
Why don't
bus,
you like
no more
me?
bus shows, no more bus shows.
We're just getting going, man. We're gonna have injuries. We're gonna have people in the dumps about their team shit the bed. It's a long season.
No, we're doing
season.
breakouts and sleepers and motion.
Best draft. Mike, you love Aaron Nola. Painter or Nola says Star Platinum.
I don't know how many innings they let Painter throw. It looks like he's got the inside track for the 5th starter role over Taijuan Walker, which should not be hard to do. God, that guy won't die. I don't know why. Speaking of Buzzkill, but I'll go Aaron Nola here. I love Andrew Painter. I really do. I just don't know how many innings they let him throw this year.
Yeah. I'd rather avoid both. I don't know what's going on with Painter. I need to look into Painter more. That's the last area I need to kind of focus in on before my research really comes into form here. So I'm incomplete. Sorry.
Yeah. What do you think, Britton? You guys any strong thoughts there?
I'm out on both. I don't care.
Oh. I don't care. I love it. All right, there it is. We did it, Mike. Great job.
Great job.
Great job. Can we before we head out, can we watch the fantasy?
Here's what I'm thinking. There's so much that we love, and I love tradition too. But the fantasy baseball seems like a good way to wrap up the show. We could rotate. We could do Jack sometimes. We can close it out with fantasy baseball other times. It's an apropos video that we should have really been playing since day one. That's my opinion.
It's draft season. That's the only reason why I thought of it as it's our fantasy baseball draft. Yeah. So
Captain Jack is going to be here for us because the Acheron's a tough nut to crack.
It is.
Sorry, Charlie.
Carlos Delgado.
Excellent choice. Too bad I got him 3 rounds ago.
You're still on the clock.
Oh, shit!
You gotta do something.
Yeah,
We need a name.
Hideki Matsui. You just took my whole outfield.
Sorry, Charlie.
What is this?
Debbie,
What the fuck is this?
that's our fantasy baseball draft.
We said no wives.
Your fantasy what?
It's our draft. The fantasy baseball. I told you all about this. Got Matsui.